friends, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me talking about my, it's going to be a writing vlog diary scenario. It's also my announcement for NaNoWriMo. Let's get into the fun things first, which is NaNoWriMo, then we can talk about me finishing my draft. So, as you guys know, a couple years ago I did do Nano, but I ended up doing just editing my draft during the NaNoWriMo process, and while I did win at NaNoWriMo that time, I lost a piece of my soul. Genuinely lost a piece of my soul trying to edit a draft during NaNoWriMo. Do not recommend, at least for my tiny brain. But this year I'm going to be doing my own project. I meant to start planning on the 1st, but you know, life and procrastination and apparent female problems tend to get in the way. So I am now planning my new work in progress, which is not going to be one that I'm going to be redrafting over and over again just quite yet. But this one is going to be more of a urban fantasy setting set in a college university in Salem. I still need to learn more about Salem, so there's that going for you. But as of right now, we're just going to try to plan out the big plot points before we get down to any actual thinking. Like I said, it's a university setting set in Salem, Massachusetts. If you guys can pick up what I'm putting down, you know where this is going. I had a idea for this several years ago where it was like Harry Potter meets college, but make it queer. So I am going to switch it up a bit, so instead of like houses, there are going to be college majors, and we're going to go from there. It does have a bit of the Magician's vibes, but less Narnia and more murder. But that's all I can really tell you guys as of right now. I have the general synopsis planned out. I just need to sit down and actually go ahead and plan it out. I have the climax set, which is wow, Therese, you didn't even have the first beginning point of that and you somehow jumped to the climax. Good job. I have 19 days until November when I'm actually writing the dang thing. And I'm more of a mix of a planner and a pantser. So I need to figure out at least main plot points for this thing and then my characters before I can sit down and write. But either way, I feel like I'm gonna go into it somehow with missing information and still be very confused and somehow manage to write it. Now, moving on to the other thing, if you guys don't watch my vlogs, which, hello, why aren't you watching them? A couple weeks ago, I actually finished draft 3. If you guys don't know, I have been struggling with draft 3 for a minute. It's not even big struggling, it's just that I don't have the motivation for it, and I felt like the draft that I was working on no longer aligned with the draft that I want it to be. So I just had no motivation to really sit down and edit the last 2 chapters of the book. I literally was supposed to finish this in June. It is now October and I finished it late September. But yeah, I finally sat down. I think because I was practicing reading my tarot cards because I like tarot. I like seeing how your mind can interpret the cards. And somehow the cards told me that I just need to stop being a wuss basically and sit down and write. So I did. The process was actually a lot easier than I thought, just because the ending, while there's some big changes within the smaller scenes, once I got down to the nitty-gritty and started actually editing and not following the edits from my 3rd draft and just writing to write, because it's basically a brand new scene, so much easier. And I was done. I was finished. I got done, we were good, and I finished. So I officially finished my 3rd draft, September, I want to say 27th? But yeah, I finished and I'm super excited. I have been taking a break from it this entire month, so I have not looked at anything regarding the story at all. I haven't even checked the characters, just because I think as of right now all the characters and the plot points that I have are basically set, and that's so exciting to say. There are, I'm sure, a couple of things that I need to fix and edit once I get down to it, but as of right now, I'm done. I'm set. Meaning this 4th draft is probably going to be my final draft before I start querying. I said the words out loud. And chances are the friends that are watching this video are probably writing this down on permanent ink on their wall, just to be she's not chickening out this time. Bitch is gonna go get that shit published. Which very thankful for you guys, but also don't be mean. But yeah, so as you guys know, the plan after October is that while I am plotting or writing this 1st draft for my for that whip that I don't know exactly. Oh, I know what it's called. I know what I called it in my head. I'll share the title with you guys, and I'm sure you guys can piece it together because y'all are smart kids with bigger brains than I have. But that is The Trials, this new whip that I'm working on for NaNoWriMo is called The Trials. And then I am going to, during November, we'll be reading through my third draft and just making edits. Not like actual edits, but making notes. I don't know how I'm gonna do it just quite yet, but I'm gonna do it. And then come December, like probably, I'm gonna give myself a bit of a breather after NaNoWriMo. So probably like a week or two, or like during the holidays in December, I'm gonna pick it back up again and start writing. Or drafting draft 4. So exciting things. I'm so excited. But yeah, that's basically my update. I don't have a lot to update after that. I have other story ideas that I wanted to workshop for NaNoWriMo, but I let Ethel, my wonderful Ethel, choose the stories. And this was like one of the stories that I have been trying to write and write and write and write and write and write since I was in college. So before you guys are wondering where I got this idea, I am going to give credit where credit is due. This was originally a Tumblr post, and it was like the original post decided to try to make offshoots of Harry Potter schools, and one of them was set in like Salem, and I got the idea to do this plot primarily, like not so much like the place that the original poster created is nothing like what I'm currently writing. All I really did was take the concept of a school with witches in Massachusetts, Salem, and worked with that. So if I can find that original post, I think they made a series out of it and like did different wizarding schools around the world, which was really cool to see how their mind worked with it. So I will try to leave the original post if I can find it. I don't know if they're still on Tumblr down below if that's possible. But yeah, I'm super excited. I will probably try to have like some real-time write with me videos, just because like you see a lot of those like read with me videos, but you never see the write with me videos. So that'll be a fun thing to do. And yeah, but until then, I would like to know what you guys are doing in the month of October writing wise. What are you guys planning on doing for NaNoWriMo? And if you guys have finished a draft of anything, whether that be poem, short story, novella, big novel, let me know down below. Or if you got a new idea, let me know as well. You don't have to tell me the idea, but just let me know. But until next time, hit like, subscribe, comment, and I'll talk to you guys in my comments and in my social media. And all the links will be down below as per usual. But until then, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be my vlog, which you should definitely be watching because it centers around the first readathon that I am ever co-hosting. So, bye!